Grand Lake has probably one of the best paddlefish fisheries left in the U.S. Hey, you've seen them diminish in a lot of places, but Grand Lake, for whatever reason, has always been strong and continues to look very good. So as a part of that, we manage this population, and you manage a paddlefish population differently than you do other fish populations, mainly because it's so slow maturing. A female will not mature for 8 to 10 years. So when you're looking at mature fish all the time, you're already 8 years behind on that population. So research like what we're doing here on Grand Lake in this tagging releases gives us an idea of what that population is going to look like in the future, and let's just shorten that guess on what that population is going to look like in a few years. What fish we got coming on, what fish are mature now, are they being overfished, do we need to fish for more of them, things like that's what we're looking for. The way we look at this population is that we set nets randomly in different spots on this lake, and when we catch a fish, we put a tag in that fish, in the jaw of that fish, and then take length and weight on that fish and release it. And what that does for us is, with the number of recaps we get in, gives us our idea of our confidence of what that population looks like, or size-wise, how big it is. And the other thing it gives us is when somebody catches that fish and tells us they've caught that fish, it gives us an idea of angler exploitation, which means how many are being caught out of that population. Paddlefish, since they mature so slowly and everything, and you're not getting an idea for 8 years, if you have some drought years like we had, or for whatever reason you start missing years of reproduction, and you don't see that early enough, you're already 8 years behind on that. So if your population's in trouble, it was actually in trouble 8 years ago and you never saw it. So coming out and doing a study like this gives you a much shorter window, 3 years. And 3 years, at 3 years of age, then you'll know if they're in trouble or not. And so then you can start adjusting your regulations and finding out what's going on for that population, so that you aren't 8 years out.